M for mature.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Zero Dead Podcast with Luke and Sebastiaan. Tonight we're playing You Can't Handle the Truth. It's a Delta Green podcast where we play the shotgun scenarios from the Fairfield Project Wiki. In this podcast we like to keep things like the quick scenarios, more akin to a TV show than a movie. This way we can keep all the continuity of Duvet's demise into insanity. I will be your handler Luke, playing Agent Riverside, and let's meet our lovely player Sebastiaan, playing Agent Replica. Say hello, Sebastiaan.
Hello.
And tonight we're playing Special Agent by Brett Kramer. Enjoy. So you've been in Delta Green for about 6 months now. In this first month, you did Ad Tempest and you got recruited. Then for the first 3 months, I'm going to say there's got to be some training with Delta Green. You're not just let loose out into the wild. You've got to know the certain code phrases and everything. So that was your first 3 months, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you did withdrawal. Then you had a bit of leave. Then you did slab. Then you've been on a bit of leave. So this is now your off time. So we meet Duvet returning to his apartment complex after losing the slab and lying to his handler about what really happened.
Allegedly.
Everything is exactly as it was when he left. He has now 2 weeks until his handler will contact him again. What does Duvet do in his off time?
I think Duvet he wants to kind of repair his bond with Francine, because he knows he fucked up in that fight. But how would he do this? The problem is Agent Duvet is not the only Agent Duvet in town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, to a degree, this isn't your Francine.
No. I think I will stay on the case because I made a boo-boo and I need to find that slab. So I'm going to stay on the case.
So I'm going to chuck out all tonight's preparations and go back to the last week episode. The slab's gone, sir. There's no way of finding it ever again.
I thought so, but I will. Well, I'm trying to wait. I'll get the book real quick because I want to watch something.
Let's consult the handbook.
Stay on the case. Your agent can spend nights and weekends poring over an old operation's evidence and case files. This reduces one bond, other than a bond for a Delta Green agent, by 1, as you let your other responsibilities lapse. The handler secretly rolls criminology or occult for your agent. Success means I uncover some pertinent clue of the handler's devising, and especially valuable one if it's critical. Failure means you find nothing. A fumble means you think you find a valuable clue, and it will turn out to be dangerously wrong. Either way, your agent gains 1d6 minus 3 san in coming to terms with what happened, or in obsessing over it in self-destructively if the roll means a loss of san. High stakes, high reward. Occult or criminology? Let's see. I think occult would be the better one for him. No, 10.
10 on occult and 40 on criminology. Let's do criminology.
And I'll roll the d6.
Yep.
A 5. So I gain 2 sanity.
Nice.
Which means
You want to also roll me another d6, and we'll say that's you from relaxing out in your apartment, doing your usual stuff. You're not in high stakes.
3.
Okay, add that to your sanity as well. Homebrew rules.
Yeah, because I'm a lonely guy.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Yes. If this was a team, it would be fine, but it's just you. And I like Duvet.
So do I. So, what's next?
Well, do you want to try and repair any of your bonds or anything?
No, the fact that I'm staying on the case, means I lapse my my bond duties. So there's no way for me to. I will, of course, vehemently and obsessively stalk Francine's Facebook and maybe even call in a favor here or there for some CCTV footage for my dog.
Also, while you're back in Atlanta, so will you be trying to avoid the other Duvet, or
Yes.
are you actually actively trying to find him, see what he's up to?
Oh, that's a good question.
There is 2 Duvets, so you ever keeping track of the other Duvet?
I think I would have to. I don't want to have him just arrive in town at the same moment as I am, and we're running into him on the airport or something.
I'll remember that for future use. So, it's been a lovely 2 weeks, and Duvet hears a knock at the door, and then watches as a manila folder is slipped underneath the doorframe. Duvet retrieves the manila folder to see its contents of a single sheet of paper. Written on the paper are as follows. Replica. You are to report to the closed-down Radio Shack located at the strip mall on the east end of town. You are to rendezvous with Agent Nemo for your 6th-month review. To the meeting, you are to bring any information, recovered items, and evidence with you pertaining to your past missions within Delta Green. You are to enter the building through the service entrance at the rear marked in chalk. Inside the building, Agent Nemo will say the following code phrase. Nobody likes a trespasser, which you will reply, when I was a child, I remember a somewhat similar circumstance. The meeting will be at 9 a.m. Riverside.
When I was a child, I remember a somewhat similar circumstance. Reminds me of that song, when I was a child I had a fever. My hands swelled up like 2 balloons.
So you've got your mission. Your 6-month review, sir.
What time is it now?
Well, let's say it's 7 a.m.
7 a.m. All right. Duvet has been awake for an hour. Duvet doesn't really sleep anymore. He just closes his eyes and rests.
I can relate.
Yes.
Yes.
What do I have off of previous missions?
I'm going to say you've got his mission reports. I'm going to say that you've got the Yithian weapon from
Really?
withdrawal. You've got the keys to both the lockups that you've been in, both the bins.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got receipts from hiring the bins from the slab. Oh, no, because you would have given that straight over the watch, the time thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a time travel device because that's fucking way too powerful.
Oh, damn it. Maybe
That
I
opens
have
a can of worms.
like a magnet or something that's a keepsake for my first mission.
Yeah. Say a part of the device.
I won't bring that in, by the way. It's just on my mantelpiece.
You're going to keep that? Okay.
Of course.
So you're going to travel in your 1995 Altima over to the east end of town? Okay.
Yeah, and driving, grabbing a coffee along the way. It's 7 a.m., so I need to get caffeinated. And
that gives you a boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gives you a 20% boost or something. For
keep that in mind.
1d6 hours. 3. I don't like this dice. So second 3, I rolled.
Hey, get them out of the way now. We like to say that, but they're always low.
They're always low. So I drive there just for interest. I have 2 ticks in, what was it? Helplessness. So I'm almost adapted, which will not work out fine for me, but okay. Yeah. It does something, and none of it's good, but okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. You get to the east end of town, you park up your Altima outside a lovely strip mall, and you see one of the buildings, which has got the rollers down. And you see a chalk mark on the floor. Do you follow it?
Yeah, I do. I do look around. Do I see like any snipers on the roof, a parked car or something?
Give me an alertness check, sir.
54. Under 63.
Success. You see a camera above that is tracking you when you're moving.
All right. That's to be expected. Well, in that case, I'll just power through and move on.
You move round to the side of the building. You see the service entrance. You open the door. It's unlocked. You walk in. And inside a back office, minimally furnished with a few folding chairs, there is a crate in the centre, serving as a makeshift table and illuminated by a hooded electric camp light. Agent Nemo is already waiting. zestfully eating a container of sweet and sour pork. Several other cartons of Chinese food are present and offered to you by Agent Nemo as he waves you to sit down. Nemo finishes a few mouthfuls before turning to his full attention to Replica, where he says, "Nobody likes a trespasser."
You know, when I was a child, I remember a somewhat similar circumstance.
He nods his head and hands out his hand. "Agent Nemo, nice to meet you."
Agent Replica, I wish it was the same, but I am kind of confused about what we're doing here, Agent Nemo.
At that moment, he pulls out an audio recorder, an old school tape recorder. Places in a fresh tape, clicks down, says, "I'm just here to do your 6-month review. It's on behalf of ACell. They just want to know how you're getting on with the company. I've just got to ask you a few questions and give you a kind of debrief of your last 3 missions. So if you'd like to sit down, we'll begin."
ACell in its infinite wisdom is nothing to be trifled with, indeed, and I sit down.
He offers you some Chinese food at the cartons.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Puts him back down. More for me.
Paint me a word picture about Agent Nemo. What does he look like?
Agent Nemo looks in his late 40s. He's got grey hair. He's kind of chubby. He's wearing a nice suit. He's stuffing his face with pork. He looks your quintessential American government agent kind of style.
Alright, yes, okay.
Nemo clicks the record button and says, "This is Agent Nemo. I'm on here the request of ACell to conduct a 6-month review of Agent Replica of RCell. So, for the tape, could you state your codename and you are fully cooperating and agreeing to this interview, correct?"
Agent Replica. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Agent Replica, and I am fully cooperating with this interview.
Okay, let's begin then. Let's begin with your recruitment. How did the company first find you?
I was involved with a rather weird stabbing incident. Not that I got stabbed, but there was a mall Santa that stabbed a person and turned out to be a person from the future stabbing his past self. I got involved with this by accident, actually, by request of my my then boss, and the Delta Green, or let's say the company or the group, found me and offered me a job.
Nemo starts looking through his notes. Oh, so was this Emmett Yates?
This was indeed Mr. Yates.
Emmett Yates, yes. Can you elaborate more on the device that Emmett Yates had created?
I'm no mathematician or a quantum scientist, but from what I gather, and as memory serves, he did something with magnets and electricity.
Do you know the effects of this device?
It opened a rift in the space-time continuum that could be stepped through.
Oh, time travel. Agent Replica, do you think this technology could be replicated, or was it destroyed?
Doesn't it say in the file there, Agent Nemo, what happened?
It does, yes, but I just need you to confirm it for the tape. We need to find all the details.
Well, what does it say in the file, then?
The file says that you did destroy the device, but we need to know that it was fully destroyed. Honestly, these are the questions that are coming down from ACell. If you really want to know what they want to know, go and ask them.
I don't think they will look kindly to me arriving at their doorstep this early morning.
Exactly, Replica. We don't ask questions. We just answer.
It's not to ask why. It's for us to do and die. Yeah, the device was destroyed.
Do you think it could be replicated, though? Were there plans or anything for it, or...?
It's all in Emmett's head, but I think I made it clear that it would set off a series of events that would culminate with him and me hunting each other until, well, eternity, basically. And I think...
So you killed the other Emmett from the other timeline?
Yeah.
But that leads me on to my next question. Why didn't you kill Emmett in this timeline?
That's a good question. At the time, I thought it would be a more humane solution to keep Emmett and myself from hunting each other until time in memoriam. But look, I was a cop, damn it. There was no way for me to kill a man in cold blood and get away with it. Honestly, I think even killing old man Emmett, future Emmett, was a gamble in this case. I'm lucky the group found me and took care of that little problem.
Look, Replica, I can see you're nervous. There's no need to be nervous. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge or be your executioner or nothing. I'm just merely asking what happened. Do you believe that Emmett could become a Vector at a future point?
I wouldn't say never. There's indeed a possibility. The plans are in his head. Maybe not fully formed, but the plans are there. The seed of the idea has been planted.
Well, we're looking through these files that you did give us, and you say that you did travel to the future yourself, from your timeline.
Indeed.
What did you learn in the future?
That what we think is late-stage capitalism right now is nothing compared to what's coming. A military-industrial complex got a hold of the device and perfected it, for lack of a better word. I do think that the technology in the right hands could be used for good, but that's something you can say about every technology.
Luckily, it's in our hands, so we don't have to really worry about that future now.
Maybe later.
With all this knowledge, do you wish to return to your own timeline?
I am in my own timeline. I'm just sidelined. Sidelined in my own timeline.
But in this timeline, you don't have a life of your own.
I'm working on it, buddy. Working on it.
Does Duvet look visibly, saddened at that prospect?
No, he looks rather annoyed by this question. It's something he doesn't want to think about, even though it's a constant nagging in the back of his head and he gets reminded of it constantly. He doesn't have his old job, he doesn't have his ex-wife, he doesn't have the bar he could frequent before. His pain comes out in annoyance.
You'd say Nemo's going to see this annoyance on his face. So let's move on. During the cleanup of Train 180, did Pavel survive?
Come again?
During the cleanup of Train 180, did Pavel survive?
Train 180?
Nemo looks confused at this point. Looks down at his note. Oh. Wrong file. Let me bring out the next file. Okay. What was the outcome of Operation Clockwork?
Success.
Success. Oh, nice.
A resounding success, even.
But there is a few questions regarding withdrawals that A-Cell is asking me. A-Cell is hung up on the colour of the van you saw outside. What was its colour?
There were 2 vans out there, sir. The first one was white. The second one was black.
Interesting. We only thought there was one van. Do you know the make of the firearms that the assaulters were using on the house?
Sir, I don't know. I just know that they fired at me and missed, and they weren't so lucky. And Duvet's mind flashes back to the moment he stood over one of the other agents, put his gun to the head of the agent and said, "Tablet this," and pulled the trigger. It just flashes in front of his eyes.
Does he have a little smile on his lips?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, nodding his head going, job well done.
Job's a good one.
Could you have saved Agent Steele?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Did K-Cell offer to help you?
K-Cell offered to help me after I asked for it.
But they didn't offer you just outright to stay with you, knowing you was all on your own?
They did not, sir.
Oh, interesting. Any notes this down?
They probably had their own orders.
We all have our own orders. What did the medical officer of K-Cell tell you about Agent Steele?
Absolutely zip.
He didn't relinquish any information to you?
I thought at the time it was a good idea to take over the mission and just find out for myself, sir.
So you didn't find out all the possible information before proceeding?
I thought this was a no judgment zone, sir.
I'm not judging you. As I say, I just need to know the facts of what happened.
Well, I arrived at the house and got acquainted with one of the members of K-Cell, and he, as I recall, asked me if I wanted to speak to the medical officer, and I declined, sir.
That's fair. It's not your cell, it's not your business. You know,
not
shit
my monkey,
happens.
Not my circus.
But why didn't you kill the Yithian after the operation?
Because the Yithian, as I recall, was working for us. Or with us. And I don't know about you, but I'm not in the habit of backstabbing my allies. And he locks eyes with Agent Nemo.
Nemo stares straight back. I wouldn't call the Yithian allies.
What would you call them, Agent Nemo?
The enemy, a vector.
Why?
As I say, Replica, don't ask questions. Just past experiences. Do you know the location of the Yithian currently?
Negatory.
Where is the weapon the Yithian used?
Weapon he used, sir?
In your initial report, you mentioned that he used a lightning gun.
Can I see that report, sir?
It's your report. He passes you the report you handed him at the start of the interview.
I am so on edge. I am so fucking on edge.
Good. You're supposed to be.
I flipped through the file. Yeah, indeed. I said he made a lightning gun. Yeah, Sir, I don't remember. I think he took it with him. Last I saw it was that the Yithian, that is, pointed his lightning gun at a member of KSL just before the exchange of the tablet.
You're telling me there's a Yithian on the loose with alien technology?
Well, to be fair, sir, for him or them, it's not alien technology, it's just technology.
Potato, Replica. There's a Yithian on the loose, you're telling me?
That's correct, sir.
Don't worry, I'll bump it up the line, we'll see what we can do. But
I'm unsure we need to do anything, but it's ASIL's prerogative, of course.
But can you remember the colour of the van again?
The first van was white, the second van was black.
The slab. Pulls out the file for the slab. The green box in Akron. The records are sparse, but what was located in there?
A rather mundane stone slab.
Just a slab? Nothing else in there?
Yeah, just a slab of stone. I don't particularly remember the type of stone it was, but...
Okay, then. For some reason, the company wants to keep a slab. But have you set up a new green box and secured its contents?
I have indeed, sir.
Give me a persuade roll.
Persuade, you say? Oh, I've got a 40 in that. Well, that tracks because I rolled a 72.
Oh! He gives you the shifty eye. Moves on to the next question. Do you think the contents needs further investigation from an investigating crew?
I think that might not be necessary. I'll leave well enough alone.
I'm assuming because of the size of this slab that other people have seen. Can you remember the names of the people who may have seen the contents of this bin?
There was one person that has to have seen it. It was a loader from the first company that has seen it. He helped me load the slab into the truck.
We'll have to keep an eye on him. No,
Don't remember his name.
That's fine, Replica, it's fine. We don't have to remember everyone's name. It's fine. Was the transporting vehicle destroyed after use?
Negatory was returned to the rental company.
Are you sure that no contamination happened?
I am positive that no pieces of the slab came off.
Could you tell us the new location?
Yeah, and I give the new location, the box's location.
Do you hand him the key to it, or are you going to keep the key?
I'm not saying I have a key at the moment.
Did you experience any unnatural side effects from the 3 previous assignments, Agent Replica?
You mean the fact that I traveled through time, saw a genuine alien? No, nothing weird about that.
How are you holding up?
Surprisingly well, sir. I found some things to do to keep my mind occupied, as they say.
Do you need to see a medical officer or anyone, or...?
No.
You're good
I
for
don't
service,
think I do.
then. One last question, Replica. What was the colour of the van, you say?
So again, the first van that I saw was white, and the second van was black.
Okay. This is all satisfactory, Replica. You seem to be integrating pretty well into the company. I'm going to give you a pass here. You're fine, sir. And I'm going to get on my merry way and report this back to ASL. And he stops the recording, picks up his recorder, picks up his things, gives you a pleasantry, offers you Chinese food one last time.
You want to go... I know it's early, but you want to go grab a beer or something?
I don't drink on the job, Replica.
Fair enough.
You know, business first. But thanks for the offer. I'll here's my card. Call me sometime. He leaves through the service door, taking all the files you've given him, and leaves.
I didn't give him the key and I didn't give him the weapon.
No.
As I look around in this room, do I see anything?
You see a security camera control device. That's what he was tracking you on your way in. He was expecting you. The entire shop is completely empty. As I say, he's even using an upside-down crate as a makeshift table.
And this security system,
Yes.
does it have a monitor inside this room that he could see? Okay. If I look at that monitor, do I see him leave?
You see him leave, getting to his car, and drive off. I'll also mention that this one is indeed being recorded.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna rewind. Rewind until he arrives. Agent Nemo arrives.
You reverse the tape until 6 a.m., 3 hours before, where you see Agent Nemo appear in his car. There's no one else on the lot. He walks inside. Then about an hour later, he walks back outside, goes up 3 buildings up to the Chinese food takeaway. And for some reason, I'm going to hand wave off why it's open at 7 a.m. in the morning.
It's 24/7 Chinese place.
24/7 Chinese. Gets his Chinese food and gets back into the building waiting for you.
Did I see him actually eat the Chinese food?
Yes.
While we were sitting there. Huh.
He was pigging out on it.
And when he left, he didn't go back to the Chinese takeaway place. He just drove off.
He just drove off, yes.
For some reason, Agent Duvet's got a hankering for Chinese.
So you going to go to the Chinese takeaway?
Yeah, I'll take out the tape from this recording.
And go to the Chinese place?
Order some Kung Pao chicken. Does anything stand out here, or is it just like your run-of-the-mill Chinese restaurant?
Run-of-the-mill Chinese restaurant.
Damn it. Alright. I leave the restaurant, get into my car, check my car first if there's nothing weird about my car. Check for like tracking devices or anything.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. Get in my car, drive back to my apartment.
Okay. As you pull up to your apartment, your burner phone rings. It's your handler. Do you pick up?
Sure.
Good morning, Replica.
Morning, sir.
As you know, you've been with the company for 6 months now. It is time for your 6-month review.
I fucking knew it. Yes, sir. I just had one. With Agent Nemo.
With Nemo?
Yes, sir.
You hear him move the phone away from him, and as he's shouting over to the other handlers in his office, he shouts over at the handler for N cell. Hey, you got a Nemo over there? What? No. Replica, you sure you Agent Nemo? I'm being told there is no Agent Nemo.
Sir, I don't know what to tell you. Can we meet up? I have a tape that shows him.
No. So you're telling me that you have had a debriefing with someone that's not part of the company? Oh, God, Replica, you're causing so much...
I call him back.
So, doesn't answer. He's already on another line. So, can you give me a sanity check here for helplessness? Because at this moment, you've realised you've just been speaking to someone that wasn't part of Delta Green.
I played 20. 20 under 50 something.
You have lovely and adapted.
Do I lose any sanity?
No.
Then I do not get a tick.
Oh, okay then.
Whew.
Your phone starts ringing again. Do you answer?
Yes.
Replica, this is Agent Alpha.
Duvet stands up straight.
You've caused quite a pickle for us, Replica. You are here to do as follows. You are to locate, identify, and apprehend Agent Nemo. And furthermore, you are to sever all contact with Delta Green until further notice. Do you comply?
Sir, can I hear this from my handler, sir? I've been played once. Don't want to get burned again.
I can't believe you just said that to me, Replica, but yes, okay. Riverside, get over here. You hear, in the background, a handler running over, banging on all the tables as he's going. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is it? He wants to hear it from you. Replica, don't ask questions, just fucking do it. You're causing me enough trouble as it is.
Sorry, sir. I'll set this straight. Contact severed. I pick up the card that he gave me. I pull out the card that he gave me, the contact card that Ancient Nemo gave me. And I dial the number.
Wingwa's chicken place. And you hang up immediately. Fake number.
I have the tape.
You do.
I will fake an emergency. So the old Johnny Duvet needs to leave the precinct. So I can enter the precinct and run this guy's face. That's what I want to do. Just tell him I forgot something. Yeah, but I make it so that the other Johnny Duvet isn't in the precinct. I fake a phone call from Francine that he can see his dog if he comes now.
Okay, then ring dispatch.
Hi, this is Francine Duvet. Well, it's not Duvet again. Can I be patched through to Johnny Duvet?
Detective Johnny Duvet, yeah, come right up. I'll just put you on hold for a moment.
Johnny, this is Francine. Hey, Francine, why are you calling me? Johnny, if you want to see your dog before I fucking kill him, you gotta come right now. What do you mean? I tell you again, if you want to see your dog before I kill him, you have to come and get him right now. Okay, I'm coming. And he rushes out of the police station.
You've got Johnny Duvet out the way, so you're going to go
exit
to the
Johnny Duvet, enter Johnny Duvet. I move into the police station, nod at my co-workers, head into, what would it be, forensics?
Yeah.
Forensics, put in the tape, and I'm going to run the face. Got a 70 in forensics. Do I need to roll for it?
Go on then.
Cutting it close with a 69.
Oh,
nice.
House rules, nice. You get a critical success. You've successfully got a match.
Enhance.
For his face.
Enhance.
The fellow that is on the tape is Dale Meadows.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Fucking Dale. Every time. Who's this? Who's Dale Meadows?
Who's Dale Meadows? It's always Dale Meadows. He is an employee of the auto parts retailer. But he's been missing from his apartment for 6 weeks. He's on the missing persons list.
Oh shit. It's another Yiffian or somebody who's at war with the Yiffians. It has to be. It has to be. That's why they said they're the enemy. Should have picked up on this. Alright, take out the tape. Take out the information, nod at my co-worker and say I'm just heading over to Francine. I'll be right back. Get in my Ultima and drive.
I was going to say to recon a bit as well, you've also got the license plate from Nemo's car.
Oh. Well, then I put out an APB for his license plate to be delivered directly to me. And before I call this in, I buy a burner phone with an alternate number.
Oh, actually, we can play this a bit funny. Give me a stealth roll.
That is a 10.
As you're walking out of the precinct, you see Picante's phone on his desk.
Oh, I take his
phone.
And
you take it.
Yes.
You take it. So you're in possession of Picante's phone.
In that case, I will pull out the APB and tell them that my radio in my car is broken and they can call Picante's phone number. I'm learning.
You're learning. Within 5 minutes of putting out the APB, you find out that there's been a hit on the license plate, and it is currently located at a motel on the edge of town.
Pedal to the metal.
You put on your shades, you put on a second set of shades so you can pull one off. Then...
Looks like I'm fighting Nemo.
Yeah! You pull up to the motel. You get out of your car, you go to the front desk.
Before I get out of my car...
Yes.
I want to see which door his car is parked in front of.
Room number 4.
In that case, I make it so my car parks out of sight of room number 4.
Yep.
And I make it so that room number 4 cannot see me enter the office.
Do me a stealth roll, please.
Another one. That's 76 over 31.
Oh. You try and act stealthy, but what you're actually doing is you're walking up against the wall in bright daylight. Everyone can see what's going on around you, and you walk into the build.
This is not going to come and bite me in the ass at all. What's the name tag on this person?
Jerry.
At the moment I asked, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Good morning. I am Detective Duvet. If my sources are correct, you have a... What was the name again?
Dale Meadows.
Dale Meadows. You have a Dale Meadows staying with you at this very moment.
Yes, sir. Is there any cause for concern, officer?
Not right now, but I need to talk to him. He is a person of interest.
Well, he came into his room about 30 minutes ago. If you go up, he's in room number 4, sir.
Thank you very much. Do I get any sort of weird vibe from this dude?
Not at all, no.
Is he wearing a skin suit? Is he an alien?
Roll for alien skin.
Turnabout face and move to door number 4.
Do you knock?
Do I see anything on the door? Are there any markings on the door? Any sigils?
Absolutely nothing.
If I slyly look through the window, are the curtains drawn? Are they open?
They are drawn and the TV is on.
Kicking the door.
You kick in the door, gun drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah. You rush inside. And what you see, if you give me an alertness check?
Alertness 63. I rolled a 30 even.
30 even. In his room are several things of interest. Tucked into the bed is Nemo's currently catatonic shell of a human. There is absolutely no response from you kicking in the door. Just a blank man lying on the bed. The TV's blasting static. There's Chinese food strung about the place. An absolute mess. But Nemo lying on the bed in a completely catatonic state with his suit still on. What do you do?
What does it smell like?
Kinda like death. Like gone off food. There's just mess everywhere. Toilet hasn't been flushed. Stinks of piss.
Close the door, turn on the light, and slowly walk over to Agent Nemo. Do I see the files? Do I see his attaché, his briefcase?
There is no briefcase and no files, but can you give me a power ×3 roll? Well, ×5, should I say. Power ×5 roll.
Times 3. Looking for a 55. And I rolled a 16.
You do spot a few things strung about the place within all the Chinese food. You spot a digital recorder that he was using during the interview, a high-end laptop computer, and, as well, a wristwatch.
Do I recognize this wristwatch?
No, but it looks like a smartwatch. But not like any smartwatch you've ever seen.
It doesn't look like Emmett's contraption.
It looks of similar design, but not the same watch.
So walk me through it once more.
You see a digital recorder, a high-end laptop, and a watch.
Take the watch and put it on. Press the button.
Up springs a holographic interface with foreign language characters, but doesn't look like any language that exists on Earth.
I bleep it away. I start up the laptop.
Blank screen. You flip it over, and you notice the memory has been removed.
Memory has been removed. Well, that explains why it doesn't work.
Yep.
I touch Agent Nemo.
No response. Do you want to give me a first aid check or a medical roll?
Yeah. Might as well. 51. And my first aid is 30. No.
Do you want to flip it out with forensics and tell me how you're looking over the body?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Maybe? Yeah?
Yeah, like we did last time. I'm trying to see if there's any signs of blunt force trauma, any wounds, any obvious signs of distress, of trauma to the body.
Could you give me an alertness check, please, sir? As well. We'll combine these.
Oh, in that case, it's a 98.
Ooh. And finally, could you give me a sanity check?
That's a 96 over 51.
Give me 1d4, sir.
That's a 4.
Oh, do you want to project this?
No, I'm good. I'm good on my breaking point.
What did your sanity go up to?
51, so I'm now back at 47. And my breaking point is 44, so...
44, so you're still safe,
I'm still safe. I'm still sane.
Still sane. Well, you're doing these medical checks, trying to look over before, the same way you looked over Agent Steele. You were absolutely dumbfounded and PTSD'd slightly as you have a flashback from withdrawal. And the Yithian's voice enters your brain once more. You start regaling down with terror. You step back, and you can't help but think that this is almost like the same. Give me one last forensics check.
56 under 70.
56 under 70. You check again, because you can't shake this feeling it's exactly the same. And you confirm to yourself, the Yithian was here. This is exactly how Agent Steele was when you was looking over him.
So I do get the feeling that he's out cold for a while, right?
He looks like he's been lying there for about 30 minutes.
So I get the feeling that he will be out cold for a while if it's the same as with Agent Steele.
Yes. You're just going to wait about?
I'm going to tie him up, that's for sure. And not with bedsheets. I'm driving through the hardware store, getting shackles and tie wraps and everything I can. Coming back, tying him to the bed.
You've left. You went and bought your stuff. And you come back, it's about 30 minutes each way. About 30 minutes in the shop. As you return, you open the door. Agent Nemo is gone. But what's even weirder, there is no Chinese food around the place. There's no laptop. There is no digital recorder. All gone.
But I still have the watch.
You still have the watch on your wrist, yes.
Where's the nearest Chinese restaurant?
That would be at the strip mall that you was at this morning.
In that case, I will return there to see if he is dumb enough to go to the same Chinese restaurant again. Or if he's dumb enough to lure another agent into a debriefing the same way.
How long are you going to stay waiting?
At that location?
Yes.
I'm just going to drive past the Chinese takeaway place, see if it's inside, drive past the abandoned Radio Shack, see if his car is there. If they're not there, then I'm not staying there.
They're not there? They drive back. You drive past? Nothing happens? Where are you driving to now?
Nowhere. I spark my car and I open my watch.
As you open the watch, up comes a display of alien writing. It starts displaying. It starts going through different screens, and the watch is getting hotter and hotter on your wrist.
I turn it off.
To the point where it's... Okay, you turn it off.
Before it burns me, and I drive to Emmett's place. I drive to Emmett's place. Yes, because he was asking about Emmett. He wants the information. I drive there. Yep.
You pull up outside Emmett's place.
Do I see his car?
You see Emmett's car?
Do I see the dude's car?
You don't see... Nemo's car is not there, no.
I knock on the door.
Emmett stands up, walks you. He looks at you in a bit of horror of why you're back. Detective Duvet?
Buddy! How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, but you said you were never going to come back again.
I know, but that was then, this is now. Has anybody been at the door today and asking you weird questions?
Okay, detective, I don't want you in the same room as me of what happened.
I know, and I'm trying to protect you. Because I got played
Protect
today.
me from who?
Just let me finish. I got played today by somebody who might want the information that's in that big old noggin of yours.
Oh, God, detective, why are you bringing me back into this? I thought we were done.
I didn't bring you back. You never left, buddy. Let's go inside.
He walks you on inside.
Anything stand out to me?
Absolutely nothing.
This is his daughter. It was his daughter, right?
Yeah. His daughter's at school at this point.
All right. I take a seat in the living room on the couch. I would be a good friend and get me a glass of water. I haven't drank anything all day.
You get you a lovely ice cold lemonade, sir. Passes it to you. Sits down opposite you. Who's trying to kill me, detective?
But have you ever heard of Yithians?
The what now?
Yiffians.
No, sir, but...
They're a dog breed. I'm trying to find one. Thought maybe your daughter, being all cutesy and stuff, maybe she knows about Yiffian dog breeds, but apparently not. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. How's things going in general with you, Emmett?
Oh, fine, sir. I got rid of the device that you told me to. I've tried to forget all this stuff so no one can get anything. I've been telling little Samantha she needs to do her homework, but not, overdo the science stuff, Mm-hmm. I've been trying to get her more into the art kind of world.
Art is always a noble profession. Safe.
As long as it doesn't get my daughter killed, I'm happy to support her in whatever she wants.
Good. I slide my sleeve up just a bit so he can see my watch. Emmett, I'm gonna show you something. You're a mathematician, you're a smart man. And I press the button. The holographic image comes up with the language. Does this look mathematical to you, Emmett?
He's absolutely dumbfounded at this technology. Starts to lean over towards you. As he starts reading the writing, trying to read the writing, or trying to see any patterns or anything, the watch overheats and burns your arm and turns off. You take 1 HP damage, sir.
A gentleman, a 1 HP.
Yes.
Quite.
A slight burn, it's got a quick clasp. You went, ow! Chucked it to the floor. I didn't see nothing, detective. That all looked like gobbledygook to me.
Yeah, same to me, Emmett, same to me. Emmett, you mind if I stay here for an hour, maybe 2? I'm just gonna tell you don't mind. You don't mind that I'm staying here for an hour or 2.
I don't mind, sir, but just keep your gun under your jacket when Samantha comes home from school. That's all I ask of you. Just none of this business in front of my daughter, okay?
Sure thing, Emmett. We're old friends. I told you we would earn that first name basis once after all this was done.
Thank you, Johnny. It's nice to actually put a name to a face. Let's just say these last few months have been a bit, anxiety-inducing on me.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Give me a look roll.
Oh, I want under 50. Let's see.
Yes.
41.
41 under 50. Success. As you're waiting for a few hours, you walk about the place, stretch your legs a bit. You see Nemo's car over the road, parked up. What do you do?
What do I do? Is it parked on the road or is it driving down?
It parked up, and you can see the silhouette of a man inside the car. You can't quite see the face.
I don't need to. I wait. I try and hide and wait inside the house.
A few hours pass. Samantha comes home. You hide in the closet until she's had a lovely dinner, and she goes upstairs to play and do her homework. You come out, you look outside, and the car is still there.
Silhouette still inside the car?
Silhouette still inside the car.
It's probably gonna strike after dark. Emmett, dear boy, why don't you go get the paper from the mailbox out front?
The paper comes in the morning, sir.
Just walk out to the mailbox.
Are you seriously? What is there? Someone out there? Are you using me as bait? I may sound like a schmuck, but I'm no schmuck. Give me a persuade roll.
You're right, Emmett. I'm using you as bait, and that's because I'm rolling a 7 under 40. I mean, if you know what's good for you, if you want to live and survive the night, I've saved you once before. Trust me, I'll do it again.
You better be right, detective. I swear to God, you better be right. And he pushes past you, giving you that, kind of look of disgust that you're using him as bait, but he knows what needs to be done. So he walks out to his mailbox, and Nemo steps out of his car and stands next to his car. Emmett returns back into his house. You see a cigarette being lit by Nemo, just waiting against his car. What do you do?
I sent my GPS location to my handler.
Your burner phone starts ringing.
I pick up.
Replica? This is Nemo. I know you're in there. Yeah, I can see your car.
What is it you want?
I just want to get out of here.
Out of here how? Where do you need to go?
Look, what happened in that safe house a couple of months ago, I just haven't been able to escape yet. This body that I have now will be fully intact by the time I'm done. I just need to get out of here. You're standing in my way. I'm not going to kill Emmett.
What exactly do you need?
The technology that you're talking about, I've tried to replicate it on my own watch that I might add that you've taken.
Indeed I have.
Yes.
You haven't really perfected it, have you now?
No. You know I haven't. Otherwise you'd be using it yourself. Because you have experience with this, Replica, don't you?
I might.
Look, Replica, I'm not the enemy. The Yithian are your enemy, yes. But I'm not the enemy. I'm just a soldier trying to get out of here.
But what are you?
I'm a Yithian.
So let me get this straight. The Yithians are my enemy, but you're not my enemy, but you're also a Yithian?
It pains me to do this, Replica. It does, truly. If I had no full force behind me, I would just walk in there and take what is mine. I am a soldier, stuck way behind enemy lines. I just want to go home.
I'm not gonna say I'm not sympathetic to your cause, but you got me in a heap of trouble there, buddy. And I mean a heap of trouble.
Replica, you know that your company operates on a need-to-know basis. I was surprised, as well as you, that you just gave up that information so clearly and easily. I just needed to get out of here.
Yeah, I understand. I look at Emmett. As Emmett, you still have the information in your head.
Well, is that the man trying to kill me, though?
He's not gonna kill you. I was mistaken. He's just a man trying to get home. As am I.
Look, as long as this doesn't hurt my daughter, this is not gonna make that whole time loop thing that you were talking about where me and you were fighting through time.
No, this is different. This doesn't concern us. Well, it does concern you in a slight way. You have the information. It just concerns getting a weary soldier home. Did you serve, Emmett?
I served.
Where did you serve?
I was in Operation Desert Storm, sir.
Far away from home. Just imagine that you're on another planet, trying to get back. Or, even worse, another timeline.
Look, Johnny, I don't want none of this business again. But if doing this one thing and me and you are done, then you're never gonna come back. You're never gonna tell anyone about me or whatever this. Promise me, Johnny.
I promise that Johnny Duvet will never see you again. Or, let me rephrase it. I promise that you will never see Johnny Duvet again.
No, better not, Johnny. Because this is starting to piss me off.
I know. Nemo, did you hear this?
Nemo can't really hear this because he's still over on the other side of it. You're on the phone with Nemo,
Yes,
aren't you?
that's why.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, he heard it in the background. I don't want it, this is pissing me off. He's just hearing it in the background.
Yeah. Nemo, did you hear this?
I kind of got the gist of it. I'll come over. But please, put your weapon on the ground, Agent Replica.
I will. If you'll do the same.
You're watching me right now, yes?
I am.
He pulls out his weapon and tosses it into the open window of the car and starts heading over towards you. He greets you. I don't want to deceive you, Replica, but they've been pursuing me ever since I left that safe house.
Who has?
K-Cell.
K-Cell?
K-Cell.
Why though?
Again, I'm your enemy. They can't have a Yithian running around unsupervised. 3 times now they've tried to kill me. I need to get away from here, Replica. I had to deceive you. I just want to go home.
I know. Look, again, I understand your plight. Should have just talked to me, man. I've helped you once before.
Can I have assurances if I do this and get away from here, that you will not pursue me?
I promise that if you get away from here, I will not pursue you.
Thank you, Replica. It does mean a lot. I will not forget that. So, Emmett. Yes, sir? Could you tell me what this algorithm is supposed to say? He picks up the watch off the floor, clicks reset a few times, it reappears, and he flips to English. on the screen.
I knew it. While they're talking, I pick up my gun from the floor and shoot Thingy in the head.
Oh, fuck off. Are you really?
Yes. I'm not gonna let him leave. He's a fucking Yiffian.
Give me a luck roll.
I want under 50 again. Let's see.
Well, not under 50. There's a number I've got in my head. If you get under that.
30 even.
You know what? I hate the rule. Meets it, beats it. You pick up your gun. You run straight over to Dale as he's leaning over with Emmett. Pull the trigger and blow his head off. Lovely Dale falls to the floor. Blood everywhere. Emmett looks at you. In complete horror, you hear a young child upstairs screaming at the top of her voice. And Emmett grabs you round the throat. Johnny, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I start whistling Times on my side.
Give me a sanity check, please.
Shit, yes. Well, that's a 70. That's a fail.
That's a fail. Take 1d4.
That's a 3. Is this helplessness?
No. This was going to be violent, but that's, if I recall correctly, 6 sanity you've lost this session?
In total, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, sir, but untick helplessness. Because you've gone over the 5.
Is that a thing in Delta Green?
I think it is, isn't it? That's
either way, I reached my breaking point with 3, so...
Yeah.
Either way, I am...
So unfortunately, you're not adapting to helplessness, sir.
No, and I am getting my breaking point.
Unless you want to project it.
Yeah, I need to.
Who are you going to project it onto?
Steven.
Onto Steven.
Yeah, Steven. So I roll a d4. That's 2. So that's 2 off of Steven. Makes it 7. I mean, that's 47. 46. Sanity. I lose 2 willpower, which brings my willpower to 9. And I drop my gun on the floor.
Samantha comes running down the stairs and running into the room. She is greeted with the sight of her father covered in someone else's blood and a dead body on the floor, with a man that she's never seen in her life dropping a gun in front of her. She absolutely can't stop screaming. Emmett runs straight over to her, grabs her and runs out of the house. You're now stood in Emmett's front room over a dead body. What do you do?
Where's the watch?
The watch is on the Yithian's arm.
I take the watch.
Yes.
And... shit, what do? I got directive from ACEL that I shouldn't contact them. I need to contact the group. They need to know what happened.
So you're ringing your handler?
Yeah.
Replica? Give me good news.
It's kind of a mixed bag, sir. I have a dead Yiffian at my feet, but also I need a cleanup crew.
For God's sake, Replica. The mission was to identify and apprehend Nemo. But suppose it's not a total loss. The breach has been contained. You've caused me some trouble with ACEL, I must say. But
in that case, we need to work on our lines of communication. Because I just got a manila folder. You're the only one who gives me manila folders. So I thought, oh, yay, my handler, you know?
Okay, that's an oversight on our part. Yes, I take it. I'll take that.
Maybe not use manila folders. Maybe use a code system, like a color for its corresponding day and time, you know? Just mix it up a bit.
Replica, from now on, I'm going to give you your mission briefings in person. We can't have this again.
I have the coffee ready and a beer cold, sir.
So the cleaner crew's on the way. I've already dispatched them. But, any witnesses?
Yeah, I said it was kind of a mixed bag. 2 witnesses. A girl who can be made to forget. I think she's pretty young. And Emmett Yates, sir.
Emmett Yates?
Yes.
Is he considered a vector?
He is considered a liability at the moment.
That's a bridge we'll cross at another time, Replica. Get out of there. Now, I'll call you with your next mission in a few weeks.
No.
No.
You will meet me with my next mission in a few weeks.
Replica, I'm very stressed right now. You've caused me so much trouble. I will see you in a few weeks, Replica. Hunker down. The cleanup crew is on the way. Please explain to Emmett that this wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe we can contain him another way. I don't
think you'll talk to me, sir.
We are their methods.
And Johnny picks up his gun, puts the watch in his pocket, walks out, closes the door behind him, dusts himself off, and gets into his 1995 Altima. Starts the car, the radio comes on, and he drives off into the sunset. Oh my god, Jesus, dude, that was tense. Oh, and I knew it. Something smelled so fishy. Something smelled so fucking fishy. And I couldn't put my finger on it.
I was going to say, this one is really well. So let's give our conclusions, sir.
Yeah, like I said, total mindfuck. Total mindfuck. You know from the start, like, this is not right. This is not right. But it's also might be right, might just be something. And you as a handler really gave me a false sense of security with that, so well done.
Oh, I thank you, sir.
But there were so many, like, looking back, so many clues. Like the fact that he only knew of one van and not the other one, because he was unconscious.
Yeah.
Probably. The excessive amount of Chinese food should have been a dead giveaway that something wasn't right. It's really well. It's perfect for a one-on-one.
This one actually says that this encounter can be run for a single investigator between sessions or a small number of agents that can't attend a game. It works best between scenarios as it heavily relies on past experiences.
Yeah.
So as soon as I read that, I was like, yes, we're doing that. We're doing your 6-month review. So I had to come up with about 30 questions for the interview. But there were a few MacGuffins in there, because within this scenario it does talk about how Agent Nemo will be stuck on a certain question, like the colour of the van.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I linked the Yithian from Withdrawals to it, that he wanted to know about the black van, because that was the van that was actually there to try and kill him.
Yeah.
So he was...
And that would be maybe even traumatic experience for him, so that's what he focused on.
Yeah. There's also, there was a MacGuffin question in there. Let's see if you can work out which question I asked which confused you.
Yeah, the other operation about the train.
That's for the future, sir.
Oh.
So I hope you remember.
Well, luckily we record these things and put them out, so I might remember. Probably not. Oh my god.
I did change a few things at the end, because what was supposed to happen is that you basically get into the motel and you basically find Nemo's catatonic human shell, and that's it. Like, he doesn't. Yeah. And I thought, no, let's spice this up a bit. Let's get a bit of a chase on the go.
Yeah, and I was thinking that, how do you say? Yeah, I wanted to have him once again be tied down and maybe even get the mirror from the wall so he can see himself again, like the whole spiel I did with Agent Steele.
Yeah.
And the moment I stepped out and I thought to myself, this is a gamble. He can either stay in this state for days or he gets up, and I lost him.
And that was actually a gamble that I was thinking of as well.
Yeah.
It's like I was thinking to myself, please leave. Come on, leave.
Yeah, it's much better. I'm very proud of myself that I figured out he was going for Emmett in that case. What was he going for Emmett, or did you just roll with it?
I rolled with the punches at that point.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, I'm
he made
proud
the story
of thinking about it, thinking of it.
As I say, like, I want to keep a bit of continuity in this series. So,
yeah.
And with this one, it heavily relies on your past experiences. So it was nice to have a scenario which actually lent into that. So it was really nice, that was.
Indeed. Indeed. And I didn't lie to Emmett. I said he won't be seeing Johnny Duvet again. Didn't say which one.
He will not let you back in that fucking house now.
No.
And you've probably caused a lot of traumatic experiences for his daughter.
Look, you said it's about the downfall of Agent Duvet, and he's not going down solo, so he's taking everybody with him.
And I'm so proud of you, because even halfway through the questions, you even stopped and says, "Hold on, this is a Yithian, this is."
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, how?
It was the questions. He was too focused on some things. I cannot remember what it was, but like everything together, it didn't add up. It did not add up. In the end, it does add up, because he's a Yithian, of course. I give this one a 9.
Definitely
Absolutely.
a 9 out of 10, yeah.
9 out of 10.
No, actually, I'll give you full on. I'll give this a good old 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Because I really enjoyed this one and how it ended up. Because you even shocked me there, to be fair. Like, I thought Duvet was going to let him go. And then thought, oh, Alden, he's going to have to lie to his handlers here. But then when you said, I'm just going to pull the gun and shoot it, it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that was my idea the moment I invited him in. When he was engrossed and distracted with Emmett doing their thing. That's why I played up the whole sentimental, I know how you feel, I helped you once before. I really wanted to lull him into a false sense of security.
Yeah, the last luck roll you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I said I'm not going to give you the number. The number in my head was 30. If he gets 30 or below, he just basically blows his head off. Otherwise, I was going to get the Yithian to do a full-on fight and maybe get away.
Yeah, I thought so. So I was very happy that I saw the 30 and the 0. I didn't expect the 0. I did a few round numbers there.
Yeah, you did some good rolls on this one.
Yeah.
And you didn't go insane again. And you've got Picante's phone now.
Indeed, I do. And I failed a stealth roll.
Yeah, but he was catatonic in the room, so. Oh yeah, but you can upgrade that now, can't you?
Yeah, no, I was a stealth on the outside and an alertness roll. I failed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I need to come down from this. This was intense, dude. And what a roller coaster at the end there. Well done, Luke.